Hello and welcome to, which number are we on? Video number 6? Yes, 7? Video 7 I think it is actually, the third eye, and then the last one is the crown, which is number 8. So hopefully you've been enjoying the series. If you're just catching me for the first time, today we are going to look at rebalancing and clearing the third eye chakra, and also the corresponding hormone glands, mainly the pituitary gland, which is the master hormone gland. But this chakra, this third eye chakra, also takes into consideration and looks at balancing the pineal gland, okay? So my name is Lee from My Wellbeing Pal. For anybody just watching me for the first time, welcome to my channel. I created this channel just whilst we were in lockdown, because obviously I couldn't see many of my clients, any of my clients actually, in person, and they were looking for meditations, they were looking for different things to keep them going because they were really missing my sessions. So I'm not very technical, so I created an area. Well, I didn't create an area, I thought, well, I'll just put them all on a YouTube channel, and if anybody else wants to look at them, they can. So you're all very welcome. So today, as I say, we're looking at this third eye chakra, okay? And I'm just gonna breathe in some peppermint oil. So this is the color of indigo, okay? Hence the blue. And I'm just gonna breathe in some peppermint. Peppermint, I use doTERRA oils because of their purity. No binding agents in them, and this is a lovely one you can actually drop onto your tongue as well, or you can pop into water for peppermint tea. And this is just one of my favorite oils, to be honest. You know, it's hard to choose one, but if I was just to choose one, I think it would be peppermint. It's so simple, and it's known as the oil of focus, okay? So if any of you have peppermint oil now and you want to grab it and take a breathe of it, please do. Or you can simply, some of us can really imagine smells and really can, sense, watching videos with people and sense, the energy. So I just want you to really breathe in the mint, really, breathe in the peppermint, breathe in this focus, okay? And we are in the year of 2020. So this is a 2020 vision. This is all about sight, and it's all about insight, and it's all about going inward and reflecting on stuff inside, and we're all having to go inward in our houses with the lockdown, but it's also to give you some clarity on your life. And when you slow down and go inward, and it doesn't matter if you're not meditating, it doesn't matter if you're not doing very much, you're still, if you're watching movies, or if you're even just doing a wee bit of exercise, you're still doing something, and you can still make that a meditative practice, and you can still see the signs and symbols around. I call it like moving meditation. So the Sanskrit language, I always have to check this, is manipura, and this is your willpower, okay? And this is just having this will. You don't need to know how, you don't need to know the steps, but if you have this will to want to do more, to want to put effort in, to want to learn more, to want to see the bigger picture, to want to get more clarity in your life, that's where you start, okay? So for anybody that has physical symptoms to show that this area is out of balance, you might get headaches. Any neurological conditions like MS or anything like that is also another sign. Not sleeping, insomnia, because this is the connected to the pineal gland, which regulates our sleep cycle and also our awake cycle. So if you're like falling asleep during the day, that's also connected to this as well, okay? What else? Yeah, anything to do with the sinuses, anything to do with eye pain, blurry eyes, watery eyes, itchy eyes, going right round here, and into the ears as well, okay? So anything to do with, your nervous system, and obviously, the endocrine system, which is what we're talking about in this series of videos, is the hormone system, okay? What I would also do is it also connects to the immune system as well, which is very, very important at this time also, okay? So this is our intuition. This is our third eye. This is this all-seeing, all-knowing eye. And, I've pulled some cards, and it's really, really interesting. We have Horus, which that's all connected to the third eye. And we also have the psychic knight Odin, okay? And that's also connected to your third eye is open, it says. See the truth for what it is and follow your intuition, okay? So, this governs the pituitary gland. There's something to do with the skull as well. All of your senses, okay? Your higher selves, okay? Your intuition, your clairvoyance, your light, okay? And if this area is, you know, underactive, you'll not be good. You'll be indecisive. It's actually, you know, the eyes are connected in traditional Chinese medicine to the liver, so that makes sense. The liver is connected, it's a very indecisive organ. So that may mean that you need to do a wee bit of cleansing in that area. I also remember when I used to suffer sinus problems, which is obviously all connected to this, and really, you know, I tried all sorts of stuff, and how I was really able to heal it was to look at what was irritating me. It was a lot of anger built up with a family member and over the years, and when I started to look and address that, I haven't had a sinus problem since, okay? It's your visualization. So if you're a visual person, I'm a visual person, and I remember when I first started meditating and I just wanted to see this and see that, you know, and I was very, very disappointed because I wasn't seeing anything, and I was, if anything, I was just falling asleep. So, you know, that's why for me, meditation is not just sitting, it's not just lying down. You know, I see a lot of stuff now, I put symbolism together, everything around me, and it's because I'm very visual, and I always have been, and I used to love art as a child and everything. So what you're really doing is just really tuning into that imagination. So tuning into your inner child, if you've watched the solar plexus videos or any of the other ones, and tuning into the inner child and the imagination that she had or he had, and that daydreaming sort of feeling, okay, going back to that, okay. So what else have we got here? We can also, just on that point, be in the fantasy world too much. So we can be way up here and we're not being in reality as well. And you can get, and this means you're too up here. So you could feel, for example, cold feet. You could get like, you know, tense feeling in your legs, like tight muscles when you're not grounded enough. So, you know, very much having to ground all of these chakras together and ground all of these hormone glands, okay? And what else? Yeah, it's the link between the physical and the spiritual worlds, and it's all to do with sexual development comes in here as well, anxiety, thyroid stuff. So you're all connected to these top 3 chakras, and also the bottom, adrenal function as well. So this really connects to all of them, because it obviously is the pituitary, and the pituitary is the master hormone gland, and that sends signals to all of them. Okay, so this is very, very powerful one. And I feel also at this time, you know, it's just really, really powerful, because we're all going to be wearing masks when we go out in public, and all we're going to see is people's eyes. So I really, really want to get across the message of smiling with your eyes. Your eyes are linked to your soul, okay? So, you know, a lot of people are scared, a lot of people are very apprehensive, and, you know, I'm just smiling at them, because, you know, just if that lifts somebody's day, that's okay, you know, and that's as much as I can do right now. The other thing this area is linked into is the planet Mercury, and Mercury is all about communication. And what I find is whenever you're in there's having a communication and getting something off your chest, and there's having like a conscious communication, where you're really listening and stopping and pausing and being guided and rising above. I suppose like the eagle, you're rising above the situation and looking down at it from this higher perspective. And I think that's really, really important, and that's where the planet of Mercury comes in, okay? And he drives our inner purpose, and is the source of our personal power. So some questions to ask, you know, or to reflect on it if you have some of these symptoms, is, you know, what is my purpose? You know, do my personal habits support who I aspire to be? I was listening to a really good book, 100 and something Ways to Greatness by, is it Robin Sharma? I can't remember his name, I'll post it. And, you know, he was talking about, you know, he's like a success coach, and, you know, he said, yeah, you can want to do all of these things, but if I look at your schedule and your schedule doesn't reflect that, like you're not doing the work, or you're not doing your morning practice, or you're not watching the diet, or you're not out walking, you know, then it's not going to happen, okay? So do my personal habits, looking at personal habits, and this is a really good time to do that, because they'll all be coming up to the fore. No judgment of them, you don't need to do anything, just be aware. This is just awareness, okay? What do I want to achieve in this world in the next few months? That can be something big, or it can be something very, very small, and everybody's different, and it doesn't matter, okay? It could just be just to get through the next few months, You know, it could just be just to get enough money, you know, enough money to survive, or it could be to, you know, grow a following of 100,000 followers and build a business. You know, there's no difference between, you know, between somebody wanting to, you know, just improve themselves and survive and somebody wanting to grow a business, okay? It's still growth, and it's still, you know, just reflecting and looking at where you're at, okay? Willpower is the strongest in the morning, I find this, and this is why I always do like any of this type of stuff for Facebook Lives or Instagram Lives in the morning. I am just like a morning person. I could get up at 5, do everything I have to do, and then by the afternoon and evening, I'm just like, really by the evening, I just can't do very much, and I really try not to reply to people in the evening because my energy is just a lot lower, and if I do, then I'm unable to sleep because I'm connecting to people's energies. Yoga, obviously we mentioned yoga in this, so down dog is a really good one where you're actually, you know, putting your third eye into the ground, okay? I'm not doing that here because I don't really have the right screenshot. Child's pose is another one, or massage. So, you know, really just one of the things I did the other night when my eyes were sore was I just sat and I just massaged around here, just with essential oil. So frankincense is a beautiful oil for this, okay? And it's connected to it's known as the oil of truth, okay? And it's for inflammation. So it's a really, really good really good oil for clearing and for adding into your face cream. So it's very, very good for fine lines and wrinkles as well. Massaging. So your feet, you know, I massage my feet every night, okay? So the area connected to, you know, the eyes is the toes, okay? So the tips of the toes, you know, you've got your big toe is connected to the pituitary. So just sitting and, you know, pressing the top of your big toe, okay? I'm not going to show you my toes because my toenails have grown down so much because I can't go to a beauty therapist and there's gel on them, so I can't take them off. The other thing is you can do this on your fingers. So the pituitary is here, so just pressing into that stimulates those areas. Just pressing into the tips of your fingers, okay? We'll just start stimulating the pituitary gland, okay, for release, all right? And even just massaging the hand, you know, this is connected into the lymphatic system and in here, okay, so around the thumb area, and just noticing any tender areas, okay? Some affirmations I will repeat at the end of the session, you know, we've got I recognize wisdom. So this is all about wisdom and this inner knowing. So I recognize wisdom comes from within. I see all situations with clarity and objectivity, okay? I am open to inner guidance, and the knowledge of the universe is within me. And this is one of the things, and this is my big shift, I think, with this lockdown, is I would have seen a lot of one-to-ones clients each week. And now when I'm starting back to work, and probably in June, I'm not going to see as many. I'm not actually going to see any in person now. I have practiced with a few assisting clients to just doing the distance work, and it feels so much more empowering for them and for me, where they are actually able to see through their own third eye, and they're actually able to get the answers themselves. And it you know, and this is my sort of a message to them to help them, is just really trust within, trust the wisdom within. And yes, look at what other people are doing, but try and just pull in and just, okay, what's my internal guidance? So one of the things that I did at the beginning of this on my journey, and this is all I'm trying to do, is just help. I would have loved something like this to help me when I'm starting my journey, to help me understand all of this stuff. And for me, I'm just like being this bridge, you know, between the physical and the emotional worlds, okay? So a lot of people will be very into this spiritual stuff. This will be very basic for you, so this is not, it's not for you. No offense, it's just for people that are just starting on this journey and really waking up consciously at this time, just to help them, because this is what I would have liked, okay? What's that quote? Be the teacher you wish you had, something like that. I'm also gonna give you some journal prompts, which I will put in the notes as well on YouTube. So after this, I would encourage you to sit just in the quiet for 10 minutes and just write the question down, write the answer, and connect with your third eye. One of the things I do is I literally will try and ask a question that requires a yes/no answer, and it's really, really simple. So it's a yes or a no. Everybody will, all our senses, so sometimes people can be auditory, where they'll hear a yes or no. Sometimes you could be a kind of aesthetic where you're feeling it. So you could, you know, I would put it in my hand, you know, and feel like, do you feel it tingling in? This is a yes and this is a no. Do you feel it there? Okay. Sometimes you're visual, you'll see the words yes or no. Okay. So everybody's different. All right, and that's a really good thing. Just try and do it with basic stuff around the house. Do I don't know, whatever, do I do the dishes or the washing for, or the, the clothes washing first, or if you're driving somewhere, should I go this way or this way, or and just follow that intuition. And it's like exercising that muscle, if that makes sense. Okay, so enough talking, and now we're just going to get nice and comfortable as we're at 15 minutes to do a lovely clearing, healing meditation. Okay, just going to turn this music up. So just getting yourself nice and comfortable. And you can sit in a seated position. I'm sort of half cross-legged. I've got one leg straight, but sitting cross-legged is, I've just got a tight hip here. And you can raise yourself up sitting on a cushion, or you can be lying down. You'll be in the bath. I just want you to focus on your breath for me. Breathing in through the nose for 3. And out for 6. And as you're breathing, and I really want you to breathe that breath into this third eye, into this area between your 2 eyes, the forehead. And I want you actually to visualize the symbol of an eye. And it's very much like the void. I'm seeing a void, I'm seeing like blues and blacks. It's a bit like the solar system. And it's like we're going straight into the void, and I'm being told straight in, like right into the wound, to the source. This is a place that we will avoid. Probably why it's called the void, because we avoid it. So we're going into that void. We're not avoiding it anymore. And when you go in there, I'm being shown, if you imagine yourself, it's like you're falling down a big hole, and it feels very scary. It's a bit like Alice in Wonderland. And she falls down that hole, and she's searching for this rabbit. And then suddenly she falls, and it's a bit scary at the beginning, but actually when you surrender to it, and surrendering, there's symbolism in all of this, and surrendering everything in your life that you're trying to control at this minute, that's in the push, not the flow. You surrender, you will enjoy the ride much more, and allow yourself to fall. And it's as if you're falling through a deep hole, this deep void. And there's a bit of fear of the end, there's a bit of fear of how you're going to land. And I can see ahead of you, so I can see a trampoline. So I want you to just fall and land on the trampoline, and you're going to bounce straight up in the air. And I'm being shown you just bouncing on this trampoline for a little bit. It's like you can stand if you like, whatever you're visualizing, or you can lie down, and it's just bouncing you up into heaven and back down to earth. And it's bouncing you quite a few times to just shake away the old heavy energy that has built up over the years. Anything that's not serving you. And if you're feeling tension in your neck, or your head, or your shoulders, your hips, this is a good way of just getting rid of all of that. And on your next, as you bounce up into the solar system, we're going to stay up there. And we're just going to float higher and higher and higher. You're just going to keep focusing on your breath, keep slowing your breath down. Relaxing down into your jaw. So I'm being shown like a beautiful liquid, a healing liquid being poured into your pituitary gland, into your third eye. And it's like a bluey gold colour to represent clarity and healing. And you're going to feel that soothing over the eyes. going right into the brain, right down to the cells, cleansing the DNA system, the chakra system, the endocrine system, the nervous system. And you're just going to feel your whole body starting to relax more. Feeling the tension just fall away from even around the jawline, from your ears and areas that you don't even realize you're holding it. Coming down, this beautiful liquid coming down around your jawline, healing every part it touches, down into the throat, swirling down into the heart, the lungs, the thymus gland, going right down the spine, swirling, 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 down into the solar plexus, the sacral, the base, and into the internal organs, the liver and the gallbladder. It's like this golden liquid is going into the void, into certain energy voids that you're holding in all of these areas. And it's going to just fill it up for now, a bit like a stick and plaster, just until you're ready to look at it. And take note of if you're visual and if you're seeing stuff, take note of the areas that you need to look at first. If any memories come up after this meditation, take note of them. It's all part of it to start the healing process with reflection and review. Allow this beautiful liquid to go down into the large intestine, the small intestine, the pancreas, the spleen, and into the adrenals, into the kidneys, the bladder, down into the reproductive organs, the gonads and the ovaries. And just feel that liquid flowing down the legs, the thighs and knees, helping us to move forward, down the calves and the ankles, out through the feet. Connecting with Mother Earth, and allow this beautiful liquid, it's as if it's raining down through our bodies and out through our feet. Visualizing, seeing this beautiful anchor going deep into earth, because it's important to stay grounded when you're doing this work. So let's visualize this root from your tailbone, going deep into Mother Earth. And because it's this new moon in Gemini tomorrow, the 22nd of May, I'm seeing a little seed being sprouted. New ideas, fertility, whatever you're wishing to create or start afresh, a new program, a course, maybe it's to expand your family or start a new family. I want you to see those intentions right now. What is that you wish to create? Might be one or two things, might be just one, might be a new behavior. And we're going to cement that deep into the earth, bury that intention deep into the earth. And just like we plant a seed, it's a slow process. And let's water it, let's nurture it. Looking after ourselves, nurturing ourselves. And just with your eyes closed, I just want you to repeat these affirmations if you wish, if you feel called to. I recognize wisdom comes from within. I see all situations with clarity and objectivity. So if there's a particular situation that you're struggling with, bring that into your mind's eye now and ask to be shown the solution, the answer. I'm open to inner guidance, and the knowledge of the universe is within me. The knowledge, not even of the universe, but all the knowledge you need is within you, and it is coming from you. And some questions, some journal prompts. How do I trust myself? I want you to explore the word trust. How do I trust myself? Do I trust others? And how do I not trust myself? How would trusting myself and others make me feel? Explore the word trust. I would also like you to explore the earliest memory of that, of trust. For me, it was my mother spilled boiling water over me when I was a baby. And when I did this process, I was shown that time, and that's when I lost trust in people. Because she was there looking after me, and it hurt. So I was able to release that, and this beautiful trust started coming in. I didn't know why I didn't trust people. It's really beautiful. So I'm just going to end on a lovely card from Archangel Metatron deck by Amanda Ellis. I play these a lot. One card for us today, please. What we can do next. This card. What do we do next? Conquer fear. Number 17, my favourite number. Conquer fear. That's where it starts, okay? We don't, when we go into the void, when we go into the wound is where the fear is. It's always going to be there unless we look at it, okay? Conquer fear starts today. And that doesn't mean you need to know all the answers and you need to know how to fix. You just have to feel it in your body first. Take some time to allow the memories to come up. Take some time for your physical body to clear out just the awareness or the knowing that, God, there is something there. And if you need to seek support, if there's a lot of stuff there and trauma, please seek support from a coach or a mentor or somebody. Because this type of work can awaken some memories, and some of us will need help. Some of us are okay. And I want you to just visualize yourself being held by this beautiful big angel. Whatever that is to you, it might be God, it might be Buddha, it might be an angel. It's just pure love. So feel these beautiful wings of support. You've got this. Have a beautiful day, whatever you're doing.